Hey Lawn Care Nation, so today I wanted to do a little bit of a different type of video, and I wanted to talk about not being afraid of failure when you are setting goals for your lawn care business or other things that you want to try and achieve in your life. I'm about halfway through sort of a self-imposed challenge of getting myself out in front of the camera and doing videos on a more regular basis. As most of you guys know, YouTube put those changes into place so that as of February 20th, channels with less than 1,000 subscribers would lose their monetization. So instead of sort of harping on this, I decided to sort of turn it into something positive and basically use it as motivation to force myself to make more videos. That way, regardless of the result, whether or not I hit 1,000 subscribers by that particular date or not, I will have still gained valuable knowledge with just the practical application of forcing myself in front of the camera. You can use this in any part of your life, like I say, and you don't have to make your goals as public as I have, as far as this hefty goal of getting, I think it was when I first started after YouTube announced the changes, I think I was about 300 subscribers short of that 1,000 mark goal with just over a month to get those. And up till that point, I think the most my channel has ever seen was 54 new subscribers in 1 month. So to get 300 in a month, of course, would be unheard of for a channel like mine. But like I said, you can't be afraid of failing and not doing it anyways and trying everything you can to achieve those goals, because the amount of knowledge that you will gain from just making yourself do it is just worth its weight in gold. So here we are, like I said, about halfway through the challenge that I gave myself, and I think I've gained about 110 or so subscribers in 2 weeks. So I've already blown past the most subscribers that I had ever gotten on my channel. So there's still 2 weeks left to go. And I'm about 180 subscribers short now of my particular goal for this channel to get to that 1,000. And it's still a very hefty goal, and I'm still if I look and sort of self-reflect, it's probably not going to happen to get to that 1,000. But again, like I said, it doesn't matter, because you will gain so much knowledge from just the practical application of going through the motion and sitting down and doing it instead of just always thinking about it and trying to get yourself to get off the couch or whatever it is. If you're thinking about starting a lawn care business or anything else, starting a YouTube channel, doing a podcast, whatever it is that you want to do, the most important thing is to just do it and not worry about if it doesn't succeed. If I look back on my life thus far and think about everything in life and entrepreneurial that I have tried as far as starting a business goes, you would literally tune out of this video if I had to list everything, because it would just take way too long to list everything that I've ever failed at. But a funny thing is, like anything, when you have that desire, you have that calling to be self-employed, to be entrepreneurial, you just try everything. There's that saying where you just throw stuff at the wall and you see what sticks. And for me, essentially, lawn care was one of those things that stuck. It was one of those things where I started to see instant success from, where I found it easy to be able to pick up clients, to be able to market myself. Now, the funny thing about that is, if you look at the timeline of everything that I've ever done, if I had maybe moved that lawn care from, say, the middle of my life area where maybe I started it and put it towards the beginning, there's a good possibility that it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have succeeded because of all those failures in between that I have learned from, I have used to make my lawn care business more successful. I have drawn lessons like I said, lessons and things that I've learned along the way from those experiences of every single time I failed to make my lawn care business more successful. And that's why, when I finally got to the point of, trying out a lawn care business, is why I say for me it came easy, because all those other things, the marketing, all that sort of stuff, just fell into place. I'll give you an example. In my past entrepreneurial life of things that I have tried, I had a sign and graphics company. So I gave had a shot at doing that. So I was doing vinyl signs, I was doing, graphic applications, designing logos, things like that. And I did it for a few years part-time on the side. And ultimately, the business side of it didn't work out. I wasn't really making too much money from it, not enough to live off of, and decided to move on to something else. Another past experience, a past a business that I wanted to start years ago was web design and doing web pages and things like that. And again, it was something that I had a passion for. I self-taught myself certain things. And did some websites over the course of my life. I've built probably 20, 30 different websites for all sorts of different things, all the little businesses I've started and all that sort of stuff. But ultimately, again, it was something that failed because of my lack of marketing skills, my lack of self-confidence and things like that to get myself out there and talk to people and basically market myself. But you fast forward just with those two examples, and you get to this lawn care business that I start here, and I draw from those experiences in my past, failures. So, the website now, being able to do that on my own for my business, obviously saved quite a bit of money to be able to do that. And it was an instant success for me. It, was instantly getting me clients when I started to put that, up on the web and use that. The signs and graphics, being able to draw from my experiences of doing signs and graphics for other people, and to design my logos for my company, to use that to design the clothing, the uniforms, the stationery, and all that stuff. But then also to go out and practically, with my own hands, to do all the vinyl signs and graphics on, the business trailer and all that sort of stuff. So this is all experiences from businesses that I started that failed, but I took valuable lessons from that, valuable information that I carry forward with me in the future. So this, YouTube channel, the podcast that I do, and even recently, putting out a line of T-shirts, like the one I'm wearing underneath my jacket here on Amazon.com. It's all the same thing. It's all for me, just a learning experience, and just that it builds that fire underneath me. It gets the creative juices going. And I know that in each one of those instances, whether it's the podcast, whether it's doing this YouTube channel, whether it's starting making T-shirts or whatever it is, along with my lawn care business, that each one of those things can fail. And it can seem, even worse or like a higher magnitude by putting it out there publicly. When I was younger, a lot of the businesses and things that I would try, I would keep to myself. And again, like I say, because I was very introverted, I was very shy, and I was very afraid of failure. And ultimately, that fear of failure is why a lot of those businesses fail and a lot of opportunities, I missed out on. As I've gotten older, I've had the ability to recognize this and see that your failures are usually things that you can are reflective of something that you're doing, something that you could change, and not everything is in the cards, and that's all right. But the most important thing is to just go out and try it. And from that, you will learn, you will be able to adapt. Some things you'll be able to, change the course a bit, and, completely change the end result. Some things, no matter what you do, they're bound to fail regardless. But that's okay. And you just need to do it because of the valuable lessons that you will learn and grow from yourself in this lifetime, and you will be able to apply those in the future. I know it's hard thinking about that now. Steve Jobs, I think, once said, in I think it was a commencement speech he gave at Harvard University, and he was talking about this sort of thing, and that only when you're at the end of your life can you look back and connect those dots and see how everything sort of worked together and sort of meshed together and got you to where you are at the end. But when you're at the beginning, it's very hard to see, and very hard to look at a failure, and think of it as something positive. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, recently posted an Instagram video. He was actually here in Vancouver filming a movie, and he was on basically a balcony in the downtown core, and he was filming, and he was talking about how when he was younger, he started, and his big dream was to be a professional football player, and he actually got his start here in Canada, and he played in the Canadian Football League for the the Calgary Stampeders, and he ended up playing one game. It was his big shot. He played one game, and he got cut right after that. And in his own words, if you look up that video, he says, little did he know that was the best thing that never happened to him, was making the CFL, because ultimately when he connects the dots now, it made him change course and have to do other things, and look where he's at now. So never be afraid or ashamed of failure on your road, or on your own personal road to success. Like I said, the amount of failures I have is just way too long to list. But I can draw valuable lessons from each and every one of them as I move forward and grow as a person and grow as a business and entrepreneur from it as well. So that's it for this one, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, got a little bit of value from this sort of different type of video that I'm doing today. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the string of videos that I've been putting out, the daily videos. I've been trying to do 4 videos a week, plus the podcast video, so that I have a video Monday through Friday. And I'm going to be doing that all the way up to that February 20th deadline date for the new YouTube partner program rules, to try to get up to 1,000 subscribers. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. And that's it for this one. So here's to wishing you guys all overwhelming success and freedom in your lawn care business. Bye for now.